Hey guys, welcome to the Homeschooling Global Summit 2020. Joining us is Leah Boden from the UK, who is an expert in the philosophy of Charlotte Mason. Leah, thank you for joining us this year.
Thank you for having me on. This is great.
And many people know that after last year's summit, Galileo was launched, and we launched with a book club because that was the main feedback that we got from families that were looking to home educate. Leah, could you talk a little bit about Charlotte Mason's philosophy around reading and narration?
Yes, I love that you did the book club. That's the best way you can start with any learning at all. Charlotte Mason had a huge part of her philosophy. One of the tools that she gave us was called narration, and she also connected that with the use of living books. So not just any books, but books that told a story, books that had a narrative. So you might even be able to find a book about a chemistry that or a famous explorer from the past, but is told in a story form. And she said that when you pick books like that, they're called living books, children can connect with them in their own way. And then the tool she gave us was narration. And this basically is, either a child, if they do their own reading, they read a book, or you read aloud to them a short section, really, to get practicing. And then you just say to the child, tell me back what you heard. So this is very different from comprehension, because comprehension is obviously normally broken down into specific questions. What narration is this free flow, them being able to just tell you, which might be different to the child next to them, what they heard. And what she said this did, it's almost like we know the whole thing around when we teach something, it embeds it in us. So it almost be just like me yabbering on here about Charlotte Mason. It is it's creating this embedding in me. It's stronger than ever because I'm telling you about it. What she said, that's what happens with children when they get to tell you back about a story they've heard, something they've seen, a piece of music they've heard, a piece of art they've looked at. What it actually does, it goes into their long-term memory and they get to make it their own. So she calls this like digging for knowledge, and they get to own that story. It's not just something you've taught them. It's not something that you've put your opinion on. It's something that they have owned for themselves, and they get to call it theirs. So that's living books and narration. They go hand in hand, and it's an amazing key for helping children learn.
Thank you so much, Leah. And I'm sure people will enjoy the long form interview because it's an absolute gem for people.
Thank you.
Wondering about homeschooling and what's next after like a post-COVID, and what's the best thing for their family. So I really appreciate all of your knowledge.
My pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity, and anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thanks so much.
Okay.